We'll record. Okay, everyone. Well, I am coming to your area. I'm so excited. Kathy and I have been talking about this for forever, and pinning Kathy down is difficult, you guys know. So I pinned her with a little pin and I said, I'm coming. No, she pinned me and said, you're coming. So we're looking at November 16th and 17th for me to come. I live in Artesia, so I can come 16, 17, 18, like whatever that looks like. I'm all for you guys. She's flying back into town the 15th. So November 16th, 17th. And if we need to do events the 18th, I can. I love traveling. My husband loves to go. So we'll just come and hang out in Alamogordo for a couple of days. So we wanted to talk to you guys about what type of event you would find helpful. One thing I would love to do is get together with all of you as a team and just get to know you and answer questions, maybe do some training. If you guys want to see how to use the back office or what it means to get to the next position, I want to be able to share my bigger story of the possibilities. So that's one. I just want some time with each of you and to get to know you. And then the other health events, whatever we look at and decide, that I can help you guys with taking prospects to customers, people you've already had conversations with. I know there's a bunch out there, and then kind of bringing them in. I always found that really helpful when somebody came in from out of town, that I could say, my friend is coming, like she's coming to do this health talk. I really want you to meet her. I would like for you to hear her story. She's going to be talking about how her family has used these plant powders for 20 years. And she's a great person to ask questions to, that sort of thing. So a great way to support the conversations you guys have already had. And then we could do an event that was for people that are loving their Juice Plus and that they would want to join as a partner with you. And we could explain what that looks like. We could combine both of those. We can do them at different people's house. We could do them at a coffee shop. We could do a Mexican food restaurant. They always have a side room somehow. I don't know why.
I know that.
They do, right? So
they do.
Yeah. So we can do that. And then people buy their dinner, or I can buy appetizers for everyone. And then if somebody wants to buy dinner, they can do dinner. Food brings people in, like, especially if they're coming after work, and we can feed them. So I want to invest in you guys, but I want to invest in a way that you're going to feel like, oh, okay, that was actually helpful that she came, right? Because I want to support you guys. So let's just toss out some ideas. What you thinking?
Well, I know Kathy mentioned her house to have a meeting there. I do know that you did mention Mexican food restaurant. There is one here in Tularosa that has they have two back rooms that maybe they could have a meeting in, and that we could have appetizers there.
Yeah.
It's Casa de Sueños.
So do you know if they have a TV that we can connect to?
I can check on that tomorrow.
Okay, and we can work around it if not, but I have a health talk I can do in a group setting like that called 5 health foods you're eating that could be making you sick. And it's kind of like, that's interesting. Like, what is that? Right. And then I give them, like one would be Diet Coke. So people think, oh, that's a health food because it's Diet Coke, because it's not sugar. It would be a better option. But then I talk about what's in it and an alternative and things like that. So, and then at the end, we talk about vitamins. People think vitamins are a health food. So if vitamins aren't the answer and whole foods are, how do we bridge that gap? And that's where I bring in Juice Plus. But that one is a fun one to do because it's like 5 health foods you're eating that could be making you sick. And then as you're inviting, you're like, dang, I wonder if any of the things I'm eating are on that list. Like there's so much confusion of what's healthy and what's not. Let's go hear what she has to say.
Yeah.
How far is that from Alamogordo?
It takes me 20 minutes to drive from Tularosa to Alamogordo.
So we could even do a lunchtime event and then a dinner event. Like if we did a lunchtime event in one town, a dinner event in the other, the more we have, it's kind of like Stacy's coming at these times, which of these works for you? They're gonna
Mhm.
find one of those to come to most of the time, right? So
Okay,
I don't know, what do you think about that, Kathy?
I think that's a good idea. I do think I want to do one at my house just for the simple fact I think I can get some people to come if they've not been to my house. I don't know. People are weird. Anyway, and I do have the TV. I can set up chairs. I think it's and when it's here, I could do smoothies, or I could have some protein bites, protein balls, some stuff like that kind of made up.
What do you think, would a morning event be good for you on that? Like 9 or 10 in the morning? Like, just think about the people you guys would be inviting. Are they only evening people? Are they work, do they work that they could come to a lunchtime event? If they knew lunch was already there, they come, lunch is ready, we do the health talk, chat for a few minutes and go back to work.
I think most of the ones I'm thinking of do work. And I think especially ones that have kids, I think the ladies might just like a break. Husband watch the kids. I'm taking a break and I get to go do something just for myself. That's what I'm thinking. What do you girls think?
Yeah.
yeah,
People
I
kind
agree.
of work, yeah.
Now, certain ones, if we do have some that don't work, we could also set up a time for her to meet like at the coffee shop. And Mad Coffee, that's right there in the center of town.
Yeah,
That's a really cool. They don't usually
Yeah.
have very many people, and I think that would be a cool setup.
yeah.
Do you have like moms with young kids in mind that you would like to invite? Because we could do one in the morning where you invite moms that stay home with the kids. I'll come up with some event that like is geared towards them, as long as there's a couple people to like play with the kids off to the side, even that I can just have 15 minutes of the mom's time, like focused attention.
Yeah.
That has worked well too.
One thing that's really cool about the Mad Coffee, they have a little area that has toys, and the kids can just go over there in that one little area, and it's kind of blocked off. So it is a safe place. And it's a small little coffee shop. So it's not real big.
Intimate.
I think that would be a cool, we could possibly do that either a morning or an afternoon earlier or something. That would be Mad Coffee. But you would need would you just need your laptop? I don't know that they have a TV.
That's okay. I can just go off of props. So that's all right.
Okay,
Yeah. And props, I mean like the bucket of beads that shows how many nutrients are in an apple. I mean, we're not going to have time, if kids are there too, we're not going to have a ton of time to go into a lot of detail, but
yeah,
I can cover the basics.
yeah. So
What-
ladies, you might be thinking of a group of people that might want to come at night, and then another group of people that might want to come at a coffee shop where, it's more props, and I think both are going to be effective with props.
So 16th, that's a Wednesday, is that right?
Yes,
Yes.
So if we did one 16th at like, in the morning, and then 16th at night, then we could do the 17th lunch and the 17th night event.
Okay, now Teresa, you get up at 2:30.
yes,
The Thursday was going to be best for you, right?
yes. The Wednesday is a nightmare for me.
Okay,
So
Okay.
Thursday would be the best.
so
Okay,
how do we best serve you and your people Thursday?
Since you can do a lunch, Um, no, actually, the nighttime would be better. So we could do Kathy's house. I
Okay.
could get a few people over there. What would be a good time for you, Kathy? Something after 4 would be good for the people I know.
Okay. I think maybe the Thursday evening could easily be at my house. We might do the lunch, the coffee shop or dinner or something on the 16th, and maybe do more of my house on the 17th.
Okay. I think I can get at least 5 people there on the
Okay.
17th.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
You too, Pandy?
I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on because I'm out of the workforce and not around people very much. I'll have to go back and do some of my contacts with the people I worked with.
Yeah, how fun is that, that you're gonna be able
Yeah.
to go back and say, I've missed you, I'm coming to this, I'd like to see you. We can help you with that verbiage too. Pandy, are you in Alamogordo then?
Yes. Well, I'm in La Luz, but I'm between
Right on the edge of
Rosa
town.
and yeah.
Kathy, do you have more team that is where Teresa is?
More team.
Like that is in the town where she's at, Tularosa?
No.
No, okay. I didn't know if we should do one specifically in your town, Teresa, that you'd get people more likely to come, or do you think it won't be a big deal for them to come?
Actually, the people I'm going to invite are from Alamogordo and Tularosa, Alamogordo and La Luz.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. Okay.
that works.
So Kathy's house would be better.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
Kathy,
would really like to pack out this house on Thursday. I think we can get a good group. And I've got some that live in Cloudcroft, and we're just kind of down the end of the hill
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Cloudcroft. I'd like to focus on the Cloudcroft. Jen Jackson, I didn't have her on my list, but Jen Jackson is a teacher, and I'd like to invite all the teachers from that little Catholic school, Father Behay, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd like to invite them and maybe just say, we want to honor some teachers,
Yeah.
teachers, Father.
what if we did like a eating healthy on a busy schedule or something like
Okay.
we can name
I
it.
like that.
Okay, like we can name it
Because-
whatever we want, right? And then I'll just kind of tailor it a little bit to that. What does that connect with you, Teresa?
My schedule is overwhelmingly busy between my work and I have a farm. So taking care of the farm and the house and work and trying to do Juice Plus, I would like to get rid of work and just do Juice Plus in the house. And
I was sharing with her today, that's my dream for her, because she works her little tail off at Lowe's Home Improvement. And I'm like, my dream is for you to make so much money that you don't need that job.
that would be so nice.
Yeah, I would think
And Pandy, same thing for you. I'm
Yes.
like, she's a retired teacher. She should be making some money so that they can go on a cruise. I mean, I've got all these ideas for you guys.
You do.
And I think that if by us also getting together as a group, that chances are we know other people that we don't know that we know that we can help.
Yeah.
Is what
Yes.
I was thinking, because we're not a big community. We're not real small, but somehow we all know one and another through someone else.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe by us getting together that we can help get our other friends and people, acquaintances we know
Yeah,
to start taking the Juice Plus and incorporating it. I think that might help us. It helped me because I'm not real good at um, getting people to sign on.
All right. So let's think about that event. We'll plan out the first event, the 17th in the evening at Kathy's house. If we cook dinner, they're way more likely to come, right?
Okay.
Like in the evening. So we don't have to do anything really, like taco soup is super easy. Yeah. What did you say?
I just said, cook for dinner, I'm coming.
The husband's there.
You
We
better
know
bring
we've
more
got one
friends.
coming.
Yeah. Dinner. We'll say steak dinner. Before beef was so expensive, I've been known to do that. Now I'm like, sorry guys, like you get a slice of,
No, tacos are good. Tacos and nachos are good.
So we could do taco soup and then the salad for dinner. So that's easy, something we can put in the crock pot and just move along. I can bring my crock pot, Kathy, so we've got more than one.
Okay.
And then we can meet with people in the afternoon, like just, at lunch, start it cooking and don't even think again about it. So we can do taco soup and then salad. What time do you guys think? Not too late, but if you do it too late, they go home and then they don't want to come back. Right? They don't want to have to get out again. So 6.
I'm thinking
Uh,
6, don't you?
yeah.
Okay.
Lisa, what are you thinking?
I was thinking between 5 and 6, but yeah, 6.
You think 6 is too late?
Everyone that my husband and I know, we eat early because all of us go to work super early. My husband has to be at work and his coworkers between 4 and 6. And I go to work at 5 in the morning. So
5:30? Do you think, Kathy, that would work for some of your people? Most people get off at 5.
Cindy, what do you think?
I was thinking between 5:30 and 6. So
Okay.
let's do 6. They can buff it up a little bit.
Well, if
Okay.
it's 5:30, then people can come at 5:30, they can eat, and then our goal would be to start by like 6:10, like the
Okay.
presentation. That way it doesn't get too late either.
yeah,
Okay.
So if somebody can't come till 6, it's okay because they could just come and get their soup and join us where we're eating,
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
presenting. So let's just say 5:30.
Okay.
And then do you guys want us to make the flyer say eating healthy on a busy schedule? You think that would be of interest to them?
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I do.
So do we want to duplicate that and have it as an option for 16th and 17th in case 17th doesn't work for some, they could come the 16th, but same place, same time? Or do we want something totally different in the evening of the 16th?
Well, that's up to Kathy because it's her house. If she
You
wants
know-
to do.
That sounds fine with me.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, okay, so just duplicate the evening events is going to be the same on the 16th and the 17th.
Okay.
And then because some of the people you invite may not be able to come the 17th, but you could still send them to join us the 16th.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the 16th. 1, 2. Maybe I'm
The
wrong.
16th is the Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out when the school board meeting is. It may be, I'll have to look at the schedule, but I'll make the 17th for sure if if I'm going to be at the school board on the 16th.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys will just let me know what ends up being best for you, if you're having to choose one.
Okay,
And I'm gonna work on some of the other team to help me pack it out for the Wednesday night.
okay,
Okay.
cool.
And maybe we'll do maybe coffee events. on the mornings of the 16th and 17th.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So,
Want to try to do a lunch event for team? Is that even a possibility, or like a chance for us to get together to talk more on sort of the business side?
lunch for team. Let me find out from some of the others. Girls, for you guys, it would almost have to be, well,
I'm flexible.
Teresa, you would be working, right?
I should be able to get out of work by noon. Unless like this week I got stuck at work late.
Uh-huh.
So, I know we've had people on vacation and stuff this week, but, possibly noon. I could do a lunch thing, if
Okay,
that's okay.
noon on Thursday.
Yeah, do a Thursday lunch, and I'll buy lunch for everyone so they know they can just come and like that'll be a incentive. Like Stacy's gonna buy you lunch. You know? I don't get to spoil you guys, so this will be so think about where a good central location is. Somewhere if it's at a restaurant, some place that does have a side room is nice.
Right. Okay,
Mexican food restaurants are great because you can do like the big platters of nachos. And then
uh-huh.
you just bring in all the nachos, like 4 big platters, and then, people can just get off of it what they want. And, something like that, simple, so that the waitress isn't coming in and out the whole time,
Yes,
that kind of it's distracting, and it kind of takes our time away.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys no matter where, we can figure out what we can order ahead of time. It's just kind of nice if we want to talk more than just getting to know each other, which I'm totally fine with that too.
yeah,
And just connect. But if we want, like, if I'm going to be standing up and like talking, then that's weird if I'm
if there's food already there, they're just grabbing it because they do need to have to get back to work.
right.
Kathy, there is a small restaurant. They have 2 small side rooms. It's not Mexican restaurant, but it's Our Country Kitchen,
Yeah,
and they could
I'm
do
actually
like little
thinking-
appetizers and stuff, and they can have us set up and leave us alone. They're
yeah.
good about that.
I was actually thinking if we could have that side room, since it's just lunch, maybe at Si Senor, because that's
Yeah, I
something we
was-
could go ahead and
That's true.
that would be a drawing card, I know.
Yeah. I think that would be good too.
So
So,
I can check with her about that to see if that's a possibility.
and then if that one's not open, the other one you said, Teresa, was Our Country Kitchen.
Uh-huh. They have 2 extra side small rooms. They're small,
Yeah.
if you don't need a big room.
That should work. One of those. And then if those don't, Kathy, we can kind of come back to the drawing board. Maybe somebody who's watching this will have an idea. So that
Okay,
lunch on the 17th. So that's a team event. And you could do team and anyone you want to be on your team.
exactly. And
Yeah.
ladies, that's kind of what I'm going to be targeting, is some ladies that I want to do this with.
Hmm.
I'm going to invite them for the team time, and that way they can hear a little bit more about it. They can, ask questions about the business type. And so if you're picking out somebody that you would love, just like I love picking out you guys, wanted to work with you guys, that's kind of what I'm doing with a couple of other ladies, and targeting, people that I think this would really connect with.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I've had some people pop in my head.
That's why you have to have a little pad, Pandy, and write down their name because
Yes.
it'll fly away.
Okay, so let's look Wednesday, the 16th in the morning. You were
Okay.
doing that one also at your house, Kathy? Well, coffee shop, right?
I actually think I want to try the coffee shop. Number one, I'm trying to influence the people that work there. I've been working on them for some time. And when I take people individually or a couple people at a time, I'm always going to that same one because it's kind of new and getting people some people don't even know about them, and that's been very helpful.
So the way to get them to come to a coffee shop is say, I'd like to buy you a cup of coffee. And so what we did at our last event is we just said, keep an open tab for Juice Plus. And then when they come in and order, just tell them to put it on the Juice Plus tab. And then we just paid for it at the end. So I can help with that too.
Yeah. And that's what I do is I'll say, come and let me buy you a coffee and we'll just sit and chat. And especially if I've already kind of talked to them about health, I want to tell you what I've been doing. I can't wait to share with you, And so number one, it's not taking them by surprise that there is a reason that we're doing this.
Yeah.
But I like the whole keep an open tab. I like that.
It just makes it easy for the people working. It, cuts down on the amount of time that everyone's standing in line.
Exactly.
So do you
So about what time were you thinking at Sunday? Sunday. I got that on my mind. On November 16th for lunch. What time were you thinking?
I think the lunch is going to be on the 17th.
Oh, I thought she was saying the 16th.
Am I wrong?
Lunch for the team, I think would be 17th.
Okay.
Because that would work
At
better for you, Teresa.
Okay.
17th is lunch. Is that what I'm hearing?
For the team.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the team one.
So the team is lunch on Thursday. Then the dinner is at my house on Thursday night. Then Wednesday morning coffee. Maybe like
That's what I was
10
thinking.
a.m.
10? Okay.
10 a.m.
And then the same taco soup and salad on Wednesday night.
Okay. So 10 a.m.
So that's kind of cool because that leaves Wednesday lunch open, Wednesday afternoon open. So if you guys have someone that you want me to meet one-on-one with, like, let's just say these events don't work for them, like it just timing doesn't work, but they could come one-on-one, we could do that too. So, we could also do on the 17th, we could do earlier, like meet for coffee, like at 9 with someone, so just keep that in mind. And even if you can't come, if you can send us to them or them to us, or like we go by someone's work, or I don't know, just be open to thinking outside the limit of an event. And who can you send us to go say hello to? Or
Okay.
we won't dress up in turkey suits and sing them a song, but that might work, like a turkey. A happy gram.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got my wheels thinking, so that's really good.
So the main thing, girls, right now is because it's great to have these things lined up, but it's not going to work well unless we get people here.
Right.
Yeah.
And just know, it's just like church events. You have to invite a lot of people to get a few.
Yeah.
And ladies, ladies love to get together. They love to get together. So I say, let's get on the ball and get to inviting. These opportunities are available. Which one do you want to go to? Or is there a couple? Or do you want to go to this one? And then when people are here, or they're at the Wednesday, say they're at a Wednesday morning, they may know of somebody, hey, do you want to have any friends or something? Because Wednesday night we're doing taco soup. And if you have somebody that you want to come along and bring and learn more, that's a possibility. Because you'd be surprised how many people get excited. And while they're excited about it, having something for them to go to really soon is going to be cool.
Yeah.
The other thing I found work for our last coffee chat is it was this last Saturday. And so instead of sending all the verbiage invitation, the verbiage of, hey, we're doing this event, would you like to come? I just sent messages, hey, what are you doing Saturday morning? And almost instantly they would say either, oh, we're out of town. What do you have going? And I said, oh, I was going to buy a cup of coffee for my friends. We're doing a health chat in the back room about how to stay healthy this winter. And they were like, oh man. And now these are people I've invited to a lot of different things, right? So they weren't shocked that I was saying, hey, what are you doing Saturday? They all said, what you got going? They knew I was inviting to something. But then there were like right away, they would either say, oh, I'm going to be out of town, or they said, I think I'm in town, why? Or I think I'll be here. And then I would say, oh, good. We're doing coffee in the back room. And so then I was able to answer that. I got so many more responses to that than I did just sending the info about the event. And you can send the information about the event, right? But you could say, hey, are you going to be in town either Wednesday night, the 16th, or Thursday, the 17th? And then just leave it at that, because they're going to feel like I need to answer her. If you just say, hey, this is the event and it's, this is what we're going to talk about. It's on Thursday and Friday. Would love for you to come. There's no reason to answer you back. So always end the question. Even if you say, these are the events, I'm really excited to go. I would love for you to come. Are you busy Thursday night? But you've already told them what it is Thursday night. So they could make the assumption and say, oh no, I don't want to go to that. I'll just tell her I'm busy. Right. So if I get it clear that they're here, then, great. If they're not here, and they say, oh, why? You could say, oh, my, friend is coming from Artesia. She's going to be doing this health talk, eating healthy with a busy schedule. And Lord knows I need it. I'm running all the time. I'm really excited to go. Can you think of anyone in your life that would be helped by this? I know you're going to be out of town, but do you think your sister would like to come, or your best friend? Or, you might think about who's in their life that maybe they're gone, but somebody else could. Most of the time, people aren't gone out of town on a Wednesday and Thursday night. They just might have something else going on, right? Like you could say, are you free Wednesday night or Thursday night? Or are you busy? And like, hey, I'm going to go to this dinner. I'd love for you to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's some of what
I know I could do better. I just need to be more aggressive in put myself forward.
Let's use
Assertive.
intentional. How about
Oh,
that?
I like intentional even better than assertive.
Yeah, like we just want to be really intentional about who do we want to be there? Like, who do we love? Who have we seen this last week? Think even the last 3 days. Who have you been around? Who's got health issues? Who had a rough winter last winter that would like to have a healthier body? Like that winter immune system is built right now, whose kids
Who's
are
having long effects from COVID and can't get their energy back, and they're just still dragging because of the long effects of COVID.
Yeah.
who has picky eaters for kids, or grandparents that are always watching their grandkids because they're sick and they can't go to daycare or go to school. Like, who can we serve? This isn't just about let's get some orders. When they order, then we're actually helping them, right? We don't want to just be a resounding gong that talks about
Right.
juice all the time, but nobody orders. I can't help them and really until they take the product. They're helping their body work better. But if I'm not intentional about thinking through who do I know, who do I care about, who do I love, like that's why I want them there. It's for their benefit, not for mine. So think about that in your mind. This is a gift you're offering them, and you're inviting them to come learn with us. Just come learn. Let the information speak to them for what it's going to speak different to each one of us, right? Like we all said yes to Juice Plus for a different reason. I know from experience, like how to get into conversations after the event. They'll come up and ask me questions just because I said I've been doing it for 20 years. So they're like, she better know the answer to,
Right.
here, she better know this. So I can go into a little bit deeper conversation with them, and I can explore a bit more and kind of open their thinking. Like it really is a way that I can serve you guys. And it's not to get customers, but getting a customer means they're actually taking Juice Plus. That's what, I mean, we get paid for helping them get on the product. You know what I mean? And they're not paying us. They don't pay us. Juice Plus pays us. They pay Juice Plus. They buy a product from a company that they want. And then Juice Plus pays us for the time it took us to share it with them. Think of it that
Okay.
way. Nobody's giving us money. I've never had anyone give me money for Juice Plus and I give them a bag of gummies. They always buy from the company. They're purchasing a product from a company that they want. We're just sort of the face of that. We facilitate the order for them, but they're not really buying it from us. You know, they'll feel more confident because they like us, they know us, they trust us. People like to buy from people in their life like that. And we're bringing value to them. I promise you, even if they walk away and they don't order Juice Plus, they're going to walk away educated. You know,
Yeah.
they're going to walk away with information that they can take and start making changes. And that may be all that they're able to handle right now. And we respect that. You know, I understand what that was like, and we want to meet them where they are, but we love them too much to leave them there. We want
Yeah.
to take them
Right.
further than that. Yeah. And it's just exposures over time, right? So just trust the relationships that you have with people. Like they know you, they like you, they trust you, they want to be a part of what they're doing. If you guys invited me to something, I'd be like, heck yeah, what's Pandy got going? You know, Trace invited me to dinner, I'm in, you know, so just trust that it's for them and we're here to serve them. And that's really my heart in coming to help you guys.
Mhm.
Okay.
We
And it
appreciate
could be a neighbor that you know has been going through a tough time. It could be somebody that just lost somebody, and maybe they're just needing a connection. They're just
Yeah.
wanting, to be, they're lonely,
Yeah.
this has not been a long time since they lost their husband, and to be invited to go do something
Yeah.
would just bring joy. Whether they end up buying it or not, we've showed them value by inviting them to our home, by inviting them to lunch or whatever, and just make people feel good. That's the main thing, is just lifting people up and helping them to that they mean enough to us that we're investing in them.
Yeah.
Whether they try Juice Plus or not, we're just putting it out there.
Yeah.
And another thing to think about, girls, when you're thinking of people to invite to the team luncheon, so this can be team members you already have or people you would like to have on your team, who's in a different phase of life. Okay, so Pandy, you're retired. Your
Mhm.
retired life looks different now, right?
Yes.
So
Definitely.
like if you weren't able to jump in with Juice Plus as much as you wanted to, you're in a different place. So
Yeah.
think about who's in a life change. Their youngest child just went to kindergarten. They don't have babies at home anymore, or
Yeah.
they just had their first child and they don't want to go back to work and they want to stay home, but they need to bring income. That's a life
Right.
change. Maybe their youngest child just went to college and they don't have kids at home anymore. And they've thought, like, I gave my whole life to the kids. Now what do I do? Right?
Mhm.
They don't really want to go back in, like, into the workforce, but they want to be productive. Like you said, Kathy, someone who's lost a spouse lately, that's really hard. Somebody who's just recently moved to the area, they're looking for community, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who's youngest, just, moved out or into high school. Like, it's just different when the kids are in high school. There's a whole lot more freedom I had as a mom because they were driving. I wasn't tied to their schedules as much, and I could insert myself in when they wanted and when I wanted, but I wasn't as needed by them for running them to practice and stuff like that. Right. So we're just trying to think of who's looking to retire even in a year from now or 6 months from now. Who just started a new job that has a whole new circle of people they could invite to coming to something, who's, parents are elderly and they're now really dependent upon their child, your friend, to help take care of their elderly parents. And they feel like they've kind of lost community of peers their age, So just be thinking who's in a life change. Often it's that point that somebody's willing to step in. Teachers make really good team members with Juice Plus. They're already in teacher mode.
Yeah.
Already in teacher.
Sorry, you mentioned the teacher.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
about it. Nurses have a servant heart anyway. Dentists and dental assistants are already very prevention minded. So are chiropractors. Don't be afraid to invite somebody who has a better skill set at life than you do. They're the ones that you're not going to have to hold their hand as much and they can just take off with it. A 22-year-old that's in college that is looking for a way to make an extra income without having to go to work full time while they're still going to school. All of their peers would be able to get Juice Plus for free. How cool is that?
Yeah.
That's just talking to their parents saying, hey, mom, I'm in college and I want to take these fruits and vegetable capsules because I don't eat them and it's free for me. Let's do this together. Like, what parent doesn't say yes to that? No,
Yeah.
keep eating your ramen noodles and pizza and I'm not worried about that. So, just think about that type of person too, who knows a lot of people, who's really connected in the community, who's a servant-hearted person, who walks into the room and lights it up and you're like, I love being around her. Like, she brings a lot of energy to the room. Real estate agents know a lot of people. They're already business minded. They're entrepreneur minded as well. Who owns a business that maybe that business owns them? That they don't have time off, that they're tied to being at that restaurant or at that business, and they don't have a way to, if they increase business, that just increases more hours they have to be there. They have to hire somebody else. Who recently bought a house that might be feeling the pressure of 8% interest rate and would like to have even $500 more into their bank account. A single mom who's got littles, that 500 extra bucks could mean a lot.
Yeah.
It could mean the car payment, half of the rent, So, what need do you see in their life health-wise? But, who's looking for fun? I've had people join our team just because we say we go to conference and we get to travel once a year and they're like, I'm in. What are we telling? Don't even care about that. They're just in. Other people that are looking for community, that they've moved into a new place and or have retired and they're like, I don't have people anymore. I need people. We're good people. You guys are good people, So fun, community, monetary. I talk about divorce, disease, disability, dishonesty. Like, things can happen in your life totally outside of your control, right? That you had no say in, but how wise is it to have a second stream of income to build stability into our lives as women? 80% of us will be financially dependent upon ourselves at some point in our life. 80%.
Wow.
Right? But I can only work so many hours if I'm trading hours for dollars, and as we're getting older, I don't want to work more hours. I don't want to have to go to work more or work a second job. Who's got a second job that they would like to let go of that by replacing that income, like you said, Teresa. So who's got a monetary, need that they have that we can speak to them on that. And you just never know who's going to say yes. And maybe this time we're planting the seed and they think about it. And then a year from now, they have a life change and it makes sense to them. It's
Yeah.
okay. But we want to say, come on along. Like, they know people we don't know. I'm never going to have a chance to sit down with their parents and their sister, but they
Mhm.
can. They know their health needs. They're going to be able to share that with them in a way because they have a relationship. They just don't. And that's really what a team does, is it multiplies our effort. It multiplies our time. It multiplies our reach past just ourselves. It's like an army of people all working together. And we want to say, come on along with us, come help us make a difference. And an event, that's basically what I would be talking about. I just did the event for you guys. That's kind of
You're amazing. You've got so much energy and you're just amazing.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun to hang out with you guys. And even if it's just the four of us, it's gonna be great.
We'll have a blast.
It is. Don't feel like there's expectations that I have. I'm not expecting anything. I'm here for you guys. Like if it's me and Kathy, we're gonna have the best conversation around a cup of coffee ever. I don't want you to miss out, right? Like I don't want people to miss out on this chance. And it's not going to be the only time I come, but this is a chance. It worked out with Kathy, and I've set it aside. Like we're here for you guys.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Kathy,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kathy, have you
Yes.
talked to Candace about Juice Plus?
Candace Spurlock?
Uh-huh.
Yes, quite a while ago. I even mentioned it to her the other day. And
Yeah.
guess what?
What?
She said my kids were on it. And so they ordered me some.
Oh, well, that's good.
Because when I presented it to her, I don't think I can afford, she didn't say afford it, but I don't think I want to put that in my budget or something. I said, now,
Yeah.
Candace, you spend $100 a month on bird seeds. So yeah, I know you can't afford it. And
Well,
I mean,
and
she's
she was
older
a-
and I'm like, she lives by herself. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? You could use, building up your immune system so that you feel
Yes,
good
yes.
and all that. So yes, she is on it.
Okay, good, good, good.
So
Well, she needs to sell it because she was a chemical engineer and she would go from the science side of it, with.
you know
with-
what? Then I think you should invite her.
I think I will.
I think you should invite her because you never know. She
Right.
may not be taking the omegas. She
Yeah.
may not be taking the shakes. I
Yeah,
don't know exactly what she's on,
right,
but she
right.
just told me I'm on it. In
Okay.
other words, but
She may tell me the same thing, but I'll ask.
but I think that would be a good thing for you, Pandy. Just invite her. Would you come and go as my friend?
Yeah, yeah,
And because I'm interested on how you see this. And since she's taken it, she might very well. But a lot of people, they may be taking it, but they may just be taking the fruit and the vegetables.
right.
And look
right.
how much more the other stuff will help them too.
Yes, yes,
Or even just learning more about why they're taking it.
yes.
Yeah.
Friend, will you go with me? I don't want to go by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Well, it'd be good for her to get out, I think. So I think it'd be good.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, some of the elders, they may say, well, you know what? I don't drive at night
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But if they know, hey,
I'll
yeah,
come pick you up. If that's
exactly.
what you say, I'll come get you. We'll go together.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
It's hard for them to change their mind once they're in the car with you.
yeah. Especially if I lock the door.
Well, especially if you provide them a ride, then,
Yeah,
and that's for anybody. And Teresa, I was just thinking a while ago when she was talking, some of your coworkers that have been calling in sick,
Uh-huh.
hello,
Oh,
I know you miss a lot of work. And guess what?
Yes.
They're not making money when they're not working, right?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
true.
and teachers need to build their immune systems, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, another one. Sorry, you said teacher again. Sorry.
Saying that word to Teresa, teacher, teacher. All
I
right,
didn't
Kathy,
realize how many
want
teachers
me-
that I know somebody that knows the teacher that could come. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
so Kathy, do you want me to make the flyers for you guys?
That would be awesome.
It
Okay.
would
Because
be.
I am just not that good at that stuff.
No, Canva is super easy. Just remember, the invitation is not the flyer. The flyer
Yes.
is just the information. The invitation is communication from us.
Yes.
Okay.
We just
And I
text,
love the idea of just a quick text saying, hey, I'd love to meet you at the coffee shop. And when would you be available on this day? And then you can let them know. If after they say yes, then I say, guess what? I've got a friend and she's going to be talking to us.
yeah, you don't want to like surprise them to their like, that was a, what's hook or something. But when I just said, hey, what are you doing Saturday morning? Then either they were busy or not, right? And then I
Yeah.
could tell them, well, if this is of interest to you, this is what we're doing, and they could answer yes or no.
There
So,
you go.
so I just said, so you guys would just say, are you in town Wednesday or Thursday night? Or are you busy Wednesday or Thursday night? Or are you free either Wednesday or Thursday night? And then if they say yes, then, you can tell them what it is. If they say no, you can say, oh man, I was going to invite you to this. Do you know of anyone that might be interested in coming with me instead?
Yeah.
Always end in a question, because if you're just giving information, there's no reason to answer you. Like, it's just one more noise in their busy,
Yeah.
right? But if
Yes.
you ask a question at the end, they're more like there's a reason to get back to you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll work on the flyer. Kathy, if you can send me your address, the name of the coffee shop, and then the name of the restaurant once you get that. So I'll make 3, one for the coffee shop, one for the team luncheon, and then one for the evenings of the 16th and 17th. That'll have both dates on there.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
okay.
sound good?
And I'll try to get, so even though I might not be able to make it, I can send some people that know you, Kathy, or can go and talk to you. Okay, because I'm gonna try again with my son and get maybe his coaches from his gym in there.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Or if you wanted us, if he's okay with it, we can go to the gym and we can talk to them there. That's what I'm thinking, outside of the box of an event. What's the likelihood you're going to get coaches to come even to a health event? I don't know. But if they're at least open to talking to somebody that's coming into town, speaking about whole food plant nutrition and, what their gym offers their participants in the way of plant nutrition, that might be of interest to them. And then they would let us come talk to them.
Okay,
And you know what else, Teresa? I have some of the protein, the new one, Perform.
Mhm.
And I would be glad to take my blender and let him and his coaches try this one that has 25 grams of protein.
so let me get with Paul Michael tomorrow
Mhm.
and I'll get with you and maybe he can set up a time that you guys we can coordinate.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
2:30 in the afternoon is not going to be a busy time for them, right? It's
Yeah.
lunchtime, after work, in early morning. So like
Yeah, he has
you-
specific training times because he does personalized training
Mhm.
and health and fitness.
Awesome. Yeah, so I've worked with gyms before. I've gone to speak with them. I can kind of speak their language enough that, they're going to be okay with what we have to present, but it's just like, what are they using to support, to support the people that are there? What are they offering? And then even if we come from the point of view, as this gets, more people start hearing about this, you're going to have people coming to your gym and they might ask you about Juice Plus. So can we come in and tell you what it is? And be able to give you guys a baseline so that if someone asks you, you'll be able to respond, okay, I do know about that. And here's what I know, like versus I don't know. I've never heard of that. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah, because he finally has a health and display board that they do up weekly. You'll be able to see it when you come here. So
yeah.
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's just, Kathy and Stacy want to come by and meet you and see what you're doing at your gym. They were interested in what your health board was like, and then we can just have a conversation with him. It doesn't have to be even a presentation there. We pique his,
Okay.
we're able to kind of talk with him. He could bring some people into the conversation, right? So
Okay.
if they feel like we're wanting something from them, they're going to get defensive. We don't want to be one more company that's saying, hey, why don't you carry our products? Which it really wouldn't work like that anyway, but like we're there to help them or just be interested in what they're doing, versus we expect something from them or we
Okay.
want to sell them something. They're going to be defensive like any of us would be, right? They're just not going to be as open, but we'll go with a curious, and I really am interested. There's a gym that is for sale here. There's no gym that has personal trainers in all of Artesia. Nobody.
Oh,
that
wow.
training. None of them do classes like Zumba, yoga. None of them have classes, and none of them have childcare.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
All of Artesia. And there's a gym that's for sale. And I was like, Jared, we should just go look at it. Like, it's going to need some lovely love and care. Like, I think one time I walked in when we first moved here and I was like, oh my gosh, this is our option after being like at a YMCA, if you've ever been in those. But I just thought, what if like we could buy that and restore it and have a really functioning gym for families here? There's no
And
gymnastics.
see, and my son, he offers a room for daycare in his gyms.
That's cool.
I would just love to know, like, what does that look like profit wise, insurance wise? Like, I really am interested in talking to him about what he does at his gym. So maybe that's the in. And then
I think that's the end,
Yeah.
Teresa, because I met her and her son at the coffee shop, and we did get him going on it. And but I think the inroad, because I don't want him to feel like, hey, I stopped taking it, so now she's on my path to get me back. But if he knows she's interested in possibly buying a gym in Artesia, that would be the best inroad, I think, to Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really am legitimately interested. I would like to see how it's functioning. And, I don't want to run the gym either. I don't want another job, but I could hire someone to manage it, somebody who really does have that passion. I really don't.
He's definitely passionate about it.
Yeah, you have to have someone in there. I would just rather not eat the food than have to work it off. Like, that's my because last time the calorie count is I did that workout 15 minutes in and it was like, oh, you had a bite of a Snickers bar. You just worked for like, I'll just not eat the candy. Like,
Oh no, he's gone through training. He's certified.
Yeah.
He's gone through all those classes.
I can't wait to talk to him. I think that would be great. If it works out for us to connect, I would love that.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
Cool.
All right. Well, let's end this for all the people that are watching the review. I can't wait to